Good day. I am here to discuss a topic about morphology of roots and stem. What is morphology? Morphology is the study of external features of plant, arrangement, and relationship of organs. So, yung morphology daw ay ang pag-aaral ng mga katangian ng halaman. The underground part of flowering plant is the root system, while the portion above the ground forms the shoot system. Plants has vegetative and reproductive organs. Vegetative organs. So, we have roots, stems, and leaves. So, makikita nyo dun sa given picture yung tissues of root, yung tissue ng stems, and yung tissue ng leaves. Root. Roots are the important underground part of all vascular plants. This part of the plant is mainly responsible for anchoring it down into the ground and absorbing the essential minerals element, nutrients and water from the soil. It is also used to store food. So we have types of root system. We have tap roots, fibrous roots, and adventitious roots. So sa tap root, dito naman ay kung mapapansin nyo na yung main root niya is yung malaki, then may mga lateral root niya is maliliit. So dito naman sa fibrous roots is binubuo siya ng grupo ng maliliit at magkakaparehong sukat ng ugat. Ang fibrous roots din ay hindi sila masyadong bumabaon or tumatago sa lupa unlike sa taproot. So dito naman sa adventitious roots, parang nabubuo siya or nade-develop sa isang anumang parte ng halaman. Parang nagiging panibagong suloy. Function of roots. Roots are the reason plants remain attached to the ground. They support the plant body, ensuring that it stands erect. Anchor the plant, anchor water and minerals from the soil and storage. So, ang roots nga naman ang dahilan kung bakit nananatiling nakatayo ang mga halaman dahil ito yung sumusuporta. We have parts of a root. We have secondary root, primary root, tertiary root, roots here, region of maturation, region of elongation, region of cell division, and region of root cap. So we have types of modified roots. So first, storage roots. Storage roots such as carrots, beets, and sweet potatoes are examples of roots that are especially modified for storage of starch and water. They usually grow underground as protection from plant-eating animals. Mapapansin nyo yung mga kabilang dito na crop, dun sila bumubunga or lumalaki sa ilalim ng lupa, kaya sila tinawag na storage root. At dahil ito rin yung protection nila para sa mga hayop na kumakain ng halaman. Roots that are modified to give support to the plant is known as prop root. They develop from the branches of the tree, hang downward, reach the ground, and penetrate into the ground to support the tree. For example, all of the plant is rubber plants and banyan tree. So, yung mga ugat daw po na nakasabit sa sanga ng puno ay ang nagbibigay ng suporta para manatiling nakatayo ang puno or yung halaman. Stilt roots. Stilt roots are the roots that arise from the lower portion of the main stem. They help to keep the plant upright by providing extra support. So, ang stilt roots naman is doon siya nakakabit or nakaduktong sa pinaka main root ng halaman or puno na nagbibigay din ng karagdagang suporta upang mapanatiling nakatayo yung halaman. Climbing roots. Climbing roots are adventitious roots that grow from other than the radical part. They arise from the nodes and internodes of weak plant stems. They help in climbing. So, for the word climbing, so means lumalabag or umaakyat. So, yung ugat nitong climbing roots is umaakyat papataas ng puno. Epiphytic roots. Epiphytic roots are the type of aerial root that enable a plant to grow on another plant. For example, the epiphytic roots of orchids develop a spongy tissue to absorb moisture. So, ang example ng epiphytic roots nito ay yung mga orchids. Contractile roots. Contractile roots are responsible for movement of the underground shoot part of the plant. Example, a corm, a bulb, or a rhizome. Movement of such organs must overcome soil resistance, and those it depends on several soil parameters. For example, is ginger, turmeric, canna, water lily, and banana. Floating roots. Floating roots develop from the nodes of floating aquatic plant like Juicea. They store air, become inflated and spongy. Project above the level of water, make the plant light and function as floats. So, nag-iimbak ang mga ito ng hangin at nagiging inflated at spongy. Kaya ang tendency niya is ginagawang magaan ang halaman kaya ito ay lumulutang. Breathing roots, also known as aerial roots. Breathing roots that are usually above the ground. Example of plants with breathing roots. Pneumatophores are specialized aerial roots that enable plants to breathe air in habitats that have waterlogged soils. These roots have grown down from the stem or up from typical roots. Mapapansin niyo dito sa mga given pictures ko na yung mga patusok na kahoy or ugat. So, kung titignan nyo na mabuti sa larawan, may mga butas. It's because for the word breathing. So, nagiging way yung butas na yon para makalanghap sila ng hangin. And its root is, nabubuhay lang sila sa mga matutubig or laging basang lupa. Reproduction roots. Reproduction roots are also called propagating adventitious roots. They form adventitious buds that develop into shoots above the ground and produce new plants. So, makikita niyo dito sa given picture ko, yung old stem, tapos yung new shoot. So, yan yung madedevelop para maging panibagong halaman. Parasitic roots. Parasitic or hostorial roots. Plant which depend on plant partially or totally for their food material are known as parasites. The roots of parasitic plant which penetrate into the host tissue to absorb nourishment or are called hostorial roots. So, dito is tumutubo sila sa isang halaman para daw makakuha ng kanilang makakain. Assimilatory roots. Assimilatory roots are modified adventitious roots that turn green and carry out photosynthesis. In trapa or water chestnut, the green assimilatory roots are submerged like other roots. They develop from the stem nodes and are highly branched to increase photosynthesis. So, makikita niyo po dito sa given picture na to, yung pinaka-main stems niya. So, may makita niyo mga alternate na color green. Yan yung po yung tinatawag na assimilatory roots. Foliar roots. The adventitious tree roots that develop from the various parts of leaves like leaf margin and petiole are called foliar roots. So, nabubuo mula sila sa iba't ibang bahagi ng dahon tulad ng leaf margin. So, kadalasan nakikita to sa mga cactus plant. Tuberous roots is an enlarged freshly root modified as a storage organ which should produce at one end and roots produce at the other. Sweet potato is produced from a tuberous root. Botanically, tuberous roots differ from true tubers because tubers are modified stem tissues. So, makita nyo dito yung given picture, yung sweet potato, na sa magkabilang dulo, yung distal end, and sa kabilang part naman is, meron siyang scar where tuberous roots was detached from mother plant. Stem. The stem grows erect and lifts the leaves, exposing them to sunlight. It also conducts materials from roots to leaves. Based on nature of stem, plants are divided into herbs, shrubs, and trees. We have function of stems. It supports leaves to maximize light absorption and part of conduit for water minerals and organic solutes. And its transport absorb water and minerals to different parts of the plant. Underground modifications of stem. First is bulb. Dry scale leaves tunicate. Stem is small, reduced, and disc shape. So, ang example ng bulb is onion. Second is rhizomes. Grows horizontally elongated. Stem nature is evident from caterpillars. So, ang example naman ito is ginger. So, lumalaki siya pahalang. Stem tuber. In potato, an aerial branch grows downward and stores food. So, ang example nito is yung potato na lumalaki siya pababa. So, the last is chrome. In a morphopilous stem is massive and swollen, held in position by contractile roots. Subaerial modification for vegetative propagation. First is runner. Stems that grow horizontally on the ground are called runners. As these runners grow, buds form at the noods, which later develop the roots and shoots, resulting in the formation of a new plant. Ang runner naman ay ang mga tangkay na lumalaki ng pahalang sa lupa. So habang lumalaki ang mga ito ay nabubuo ang mga buds sa mga noods na nagfo-form bilang isa pang ugat at magiging bagong halaman. Stolon. Stolon is a stem that grows along the ground surface. Adventitious roots are produced at the noods and buds. On the runner can develop into upright shoots and separate plants. So, ito naman ay tumutubo sa ibabaw ng lupa. So, yung makikita nyo sa given picture, yung stem niya na nakaangat, yun yung stolon. Sucker. It goes up and forms a daughter plant after striking root. Suckers start from the underground stem and shoot up to the surface. So, yung sucker naman is umaakyat at bumubuo ng isang bagong halaman pagkatapos na tumatama sa ugat. Ito ay nagsisimula sa ilalim ng tangkay at tumatama hanggang sa ibabaw. Opposite. It is shorter and thicker. They are weak stems that cannot stand without support. So makikita nyo dito sa given picture, yung stem na ito, yung nagdudugtong sa mga halaman, ito ay isang mahina na hindi nakakatayo ng walang suporta. In other words, yung opposite is yung mahinang klase ng stem. Aerial modification system. Tendrils. Tendrils is a slender whip-like or thread-like strand produced usually from the node of a stem by which a vine or other plant may climb. Its anatomy may be of stem tissue or the lipstalk tissue. So makikita nyo sa given picture ko yung para siyang spring. So yun yung tinatawag na tendril stem. Second is cladopil or piloclide are shoot systems in which leaves do not develop. Rather, the stem become flattened and assume the photosynthetic function of the plant. So, dito is parang hindi nabubuo ang dahon. So, karaniwan dito nakikita sa mga cactus plant. Cladud, branch of a single internode which is flattered to stimulate a leaf-like. So, makikita niyo dito sa given features, yung mga alternate na leaves na may mga flowers. So, yun yung madedevelop bilang panibagong stems. Bulbil. A bulbil is a small, young plant that is reproduced vegetative from axillary buds on the parent plant stems, in place of a flower on an inflorescence. So, makikita niyo po dito sa given picture yung stem and yung maliit na bilog. So, yun yung tinatawag na bulbil na magiging panibagong tutubong halaman galing sa old stem.